Now, if your relative was or is actually in a care home, how would you feel if the carers called them love or darling or sweetheart? Well, the Care Quality Commission says that it's demeaning and that care homes should stop addressing residents using those terms. Colleen, like me, you've had experience of your mum having to go into care, which is a very difficult time for families. How would you feel if they were saying, all right, love?
Well, I think that's exactly what they are. They're care homes and they're caring for your loved ones. And how can that be demeaning to call somebody a term of endearment and make them feel that they are loved when they're in this very, very, you know, unfamiliar environment, especially someone with dementia. You know, my mom ended up being much closer to her carers in the end than she was to us because they were the ones she recognised all the time and trusted at that point of her illness. So I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I would love... I loved it when I went in and heard them calling her love or sweetheart. I think it's, you know, how it's used as well is
well, I agree with you. You know, when I saw my dad in the care home, a lot of people either don't have family or they don't have family who can visit regularly. And actually, it really warmed my heart when I'd be sitting with my dad and I'd hear them going, "Are you all right, love? Do you want a cup of tea? Come on, darling." And actually, most care homes, if they're doing it properly, will ask the families. You know, they do a care manual for the residents, and they'll ask you, you know, how does your father like to be? Is he Dennis? Is he Den? Mr. Langsford? You know, how would you like us to address him? So I think, you know, you're given that option. If it's somebody who doesn't have dementia, hopefully they would say, if they didn't like it, please don't call me love, I don't like it. But for somebody with dementia, Alzheimer's,
isn't it just
it's
like
a term of endearment.
It's just box-ticking bureaucracy, isn't it? You know, you've got somebody, some bureaucrat somewhere who's just saying, oh, you know, let's apply a bit of political correctness here. Probably never even visited the care home that, you know, or gone in there and seen what goes on. And it's just filtered down and, you know, it should totally be ignored. If I have a care home nirvana in my head about where I'd like to end up, it's a lovely Yorkshire, because this is where it is, Yorkshire lady of a certain age, and I'm going to do a very bad Yorkshire accent now, you know, kind of like, shall I put kettle on, pet? That's what I want. I want to be called pet, love, darling, sweetheart, whatever. All of those things.
And also, I think, since when has being nice a bad thing? You know, I call everybody darling and sweetheart. I'd be fired on the spot. So.
I mean, what the funny thing is, if somebody really young calls me dear or love, like if a 16 or 17-year-old goes, all right, dear, I want to go. I'm not there yet, though.
Again, I mean, that wouldn't be like this in a care home. It's about tone, isn't it? So if somebody says to me, "You're right, love," I go, "Yeah, thank you." And if I go, "All right, love. Keep your hair on." Or whatever.
Well, the Care Quality Commission, I mean, this was during a routine inspection, so there were other things that they might have had some concerns with, but they've said the language, I know, was meant to be friendly, but it could be regarded as demeaning and patronising. The Brackenley residential care home in Harrogate, this is North Yorkshire, said we won't be changing these terms of endearment. We will discuss it with the inspectors and we'll show them that this is what our residents want. And I think that's what you have to listen to. And the families. And Maxine says care homes should be exactly that, caring.
Love them.